Yo, what's up? Welcome up to another episode of the CDK and Horatio podcast. What's happening with you, bro? How you feeling?
Hey man, feeling good, bro. I'm on an all fruit diet, strictly fruit and water, bro. I came in here feeling good. I feel light, what I'm saying, airy, ready to pod. I'm feeling good though. How about you?
Good, man. Amazing. I might join you on the strictly fruit diet. How long you doing this for? A week? 30 days? What's the? Yeah, I can't hear you.
You can hear me now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going as long, bro. I'm going until I want a pork chop, bro. Until I feel the urge to really like give in to my desires of eating meat, bro. But I'm gonna tell you what, yo, it's a big ass change, yo. Like just you think that it ain't gonna be nothing, bro. But you see how much you crave food, meat, dairy, processed foods, all that type of stuff. So I'm just trying to, change my lifestyle. So yeah, bro. But I'm feeling good though. I'm feeling good. I'm ready to get into it. Something I want to start the pod with, bro, is that it is homecoming season.
Oh
Obviously us
yeah.
going to HBCUs, bro. This is the time that we get to rekindle relationships. We get to meet back up with people. So how you feeling about homecoming season? I know you do a lot of hosting and stuff like that during this time. But do you ever really get to experience homecoming? Like just, with like
So
everybody else?
yeah, last year was the first time I really got a chance to just sit back and like really just do homecoming. You feel me? So all the
Mhm.
blocks will be spun for homecoming season. Best believe that. If I was fuck with you in undergrad, I'm gonna fuck you again. No, I'm joking. Am I?
No,
No, but
you
no.
ain't
So
playing.
yeah, for sure. So like during homecoming season, I used to go to other people's homecomings like Alabama State and Tuskegee just to see the different cultures because when I was the number one HBCU host currently, I had to understand the different dynamics of what other HBCUs brought to the table and how us as Black people are also so diverse and what other universities do as far as culture and just I wanted to be in the know. So
Right.
now that I'm kind of like removed from college, I do still go to homecomings, but when people book me for homecomings or whatnot, this will be the first year I'll be hosting A&T's actual like on campus events, homecoming stuff. The university finally, what I'm saying, give your boy his flowers. So I will be closing
Mhm.
the tailgate this year. I will be the last voice you hear before you go home for your homecoming for next year. So I'm super excited about that. That's gonna be on the big yard, about 50,000 to 60,000 people out there gonna be hearing me turn up. So I do get a chance to really do it. Being on the track for us is like you made it in Aggie land. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like that's where all the legends are, where the band huddles up and stuff like that. You get to see your folks and for real. So they lock down a lot of that stuff, but hopefully over time they start loosening the back that up because that's kind of what the culture is about. Being on the yard,
Right.
the game, the band, it just feels great.
Right, definitely. I'm ready for the depths. I don't know, but I mean, I don't know if I'm going this year, bro. Last year I went because I was hosting an event at a club, so it was like it was like I'm getting paid to. But now I don't really feel like last year. I felt like during the day I could be doing something else right now. Like I could be doing something different. So I want to go back to homecoming when I feel like I have something to celebrate per se, or if I'm getting paid. But yeah, man. You said something about meeting with if you fuck with somebody before, now you want to fuck with them again, bro. That is the biggest pressure of homecoming, period, yo. And I seen it last year. I even made a video about it last year. About I was walking and I heard some alumni from like talking about some girl and how she looked better in '03, and I'm like, yo, these niggas are still out here trying to get it. So shout out to the alumni. Shout out to everybody doing homecoming season. I just wanted to bring that up. Moving on. Since we're talking about homecoming, there's going to be a lot of fraternities and sororities and that whole thing. You meet back up with your people. Did you see this story about a elementary school administration teacher or principal who went to school and saw a little white girl in an AKA shirt that had 1908 on the bottom, right? And so she saw it, told the girl to go change her shirt, or made the girl gave a girl another shirt to change. Now, granted, this girl is in between 4 and 7 years old. White girl. She may not have known, and people it's giving people a big uproar about whether that is acceptable to do based on that girl's knowledge of what she was doing. And I just thought that was an interesting conversation because I've come from people like my all the women in my family are AKAs. Men are in fraternity and stuff like that. So it's like you understand that, but I do think that there has to be a line. What do you think about that? as far as sending your kid to school and the teacher based on not, your ignorance of what you have on makes you change your shirt and sends you home with another shirt.
I mean, if she was gonna do that, she could at least told the girl to change before she went back home. But I mean, she could have just told the parent just in case that she did not know what that meant. Making a child change at elementary school, she would have been in high school, it'd be like, all right. But elementary school, come on, bro. Like, be for real.
Yeah.
But I do think the education of what it means and is important. So I do think that she wasn't wrong necessarily for saying something, but making her change, I feel like was a little extreme.
Right. Definitely. And when the hard part about this whole type of conversation, we're not in organizations like that, so it's hard to get an understanding of why they feel so serious about it, and it's their belief system. So it's hard to change that. They believe that whatever process that they went through to get that is very sacred, and it's hard for them to see somebody wearing, what I'm saying, representing that because they didn't go through that, and that's perfectly understandable. That's perfectly fine. But I do think there is a level of like, hey, this little white girl did not know what this was, that she wasn't trying to like perpetrate this sorority or whatever. So I just thought that was an interesting conversation. I actually saw a lot of people agree with what we're saying, which I thought was going to be the complete opposite because, we have seen videos of grown people perping, as they say, in these fraternities and sororities. So I just thought that was an interesting conversation. What else you got for the pod, brother?
I saw a post on Instagram. So Instagram 4 years ago, like last week, they added well, no, not the DMs. It was the yes. So Instagram, before Instagram didn't have DMs. Do you feel like we were in a better space when you had to say what you had to say to somebody on their post?
Yeah, bro. DM, and I'm gonna tell you what Instagram really fucked the game up. The private DM now, like the thing that
Yeah.
disappears, because now you really had to be bold, and I thought about that too. Like, you really used to have to comment on the picture. Hey, whatever what I'm saying. Hey, let me get your number, whatever. So yeah, bro, I do think that the direct message did kind of fuck up some things, but it also gives you like a false sense of confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the private DM gives you more of a false sense of confidence. You like, well, if she open it, she ain't. If she screenshot it, I'm gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? So all of this is giving us more access to be like in the dark shades of our life and really like be able to like be on the dark side and be like, oh well, and be able to disconnect. But that is the truth. When you had to say it out in public in front of everybody, you had to stand on business, bro.
You had to stand on business.
Stand on business in front of everybody that wanted that girl to or wanted that opportunity or whatever the hell we were talking about. So yeah. So matter of fact, let's bring that back. Stand on business in the comments. Stand on business in front of everybody. Shoot your shot in front of everybody so everybody can see it.
I would not be partaking in that shit. Absolutely.
One man against 50, nigga.
Yo, now I think about it, bro. Cheating back in the day was a lot easier, man. Like, okay, boom. Even with the phones, my mom was telling me before when they got their phone bills, it would tell you everybody that they called, how long you were on the phone with them, what the date was, if they called back, who called who. Like, and it was that was like the standard phone bill. It had the track of everything that you did back then. So I had found out that people used to like stop the mail and you would like go pick the mail up from the mail center to stop that from coming to your crib so they wouldn't know who you been calling.
Even if you watch old comedy, it's always been in every level of technology, it's gonna be getting caught up in some way. Because I've heard jokes about the pager, like your pager going off. And they're going, and your girl going, who's that paging you? Which is like now, it's like, who's that calling you? Who's that DMing you? So every level, there's gonna be niggas trying to cheat, using the technology to try to cheat on the sleep. So, but shout out to the bill. That I didn't even know about that. Like, had all the numbers, so they're trying to flag down the mailman. Hey, let me get that real quick. Who is this number, and why was you talking to them for 24 minutes?
No, that was crazy, bro.
Yeah. Okay. I want to speak on this, and this is real random. I just thought about this. If people are losing weight, if somebody loses weight around you, and I seen this on Instagram, don't be the person that says, well, I liked you when you was big. What? People do that, bro, especially with women. I've seen that with women all the time. I mean, like, a girl will lose weight, and she looks a lot better than what she did. And it'd be niggas in the comments saying, I mean, shit, I would have fucked you at that. Bro, she didn't feel like that. So be happy for people at the level that they want to be at, not the one that you think that they should be at. And what a lot of people don't realize that when you express stuff like that, it's really showing your own insecurity. You know what I'm saying? Your own thing about people. And people cannot check that. It's so hard for people to do that because, you know, we're so in it. So and that's just in general, like the weight example is a small example, but in life, like if you see somebody leveling up or see somebody doing something different, if that is fulfilling for them, be happy for them, man. Don't try to bring up their past and say, well, I mean, you was making more money doing this, or you was doing that. I thought you was straight doing this. It don't matter what you think, bro. That's why I'm not doing it. And or people are moving forward because that's something that they want to do. And so that's a quick way to get your ass eliminated out of the friend group or out of, you know what I'm saying, out of their space, because I'm not saying you throwing hate, but it's not supportive. And anything that's not supportive can be looked at as hate. It can be looked at as a roadblock to stopping your progress. So be happy for people at where they're at right then, even if you don't agree.
Also, that kind of goes into like growing with your audience though. Like when you was talking about like when people are leveling up and stuff like that, growing with your audience. This is, I mean, we were referring to the Drake album here, or the exchange between him and Joe Budden. But I kind of felt the growing with your audience thing, but I also understand staying relevant. But a person
Right.
that I feel does really good at that is Usher. Usher is still making new music that's playing right now for like good. He's collabing with Dirk and Summer Walker or what was the other song with him and City Girls? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But still collaborating with these younger folks. But what I felt like Usher does is bring those younger folks up to his level when it
Right.
comes to music. And he's not conforming to what is good for them, but I feel like he's doing what's good for his core audience, but he's just adding a new element and introducing new folks to his core audience. And now that those younger folks are on the song, he's getting introduced to the newer audience, and it still sounds great. Now, I do feel like he went through a phase where he was trying to figure that out in like 2013 with the No Limits and all of that.
Right.
It went through that stage, but I feel like the overall core value of what I'm saying is you can continue to stay young and stay relevant and renovate yourself. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's going through stages in your career and your life and changing things up. I think that's important. But I feel like when you're trying to cater to the younger folks to stay young, I do feel like that's in a sense childish. And I think that everybody should be growing. How do you feel about that?
Do you agree with the whole Drake thing? Because I feel like nobody can comment on Drake's, like, because Drake to me is clout. Like, he makes the sound. And somebody who agrees with that, I've heard, is DJ Khaled. He said that he's jokingly about it, but he's for real, meaning like if Drake likes it, if I have something that Drake says is pretty good, then it's pretty much gonna go. And that's pretty much how it's been for at least the past 7 years or so, as far as Drake's mind translating to the audience. It goes because he likes it. It goes in. So it's hard to say that. It's hard to say, well, he's not keeping up with his time because he is the one that makes clout. Now, that it may be on the audience, on us, on the other rappers that have given him this type of status for him to be able to do this. But I do think it's kind of built-in ageism to say that, because granted, do those people who want to hear Drake's new life and where he's at right now, do they exist? Absolutely. And does he, I'm sure, want to grow his audience? Absolutely. But like you said, he's been given the responsibility of being clout. There is nobody that's higher than him. So it's a double-edged sword that he's playing with. And he has to appease people our age, people younger than us, and people his age who are older than us. So it's like, it's hard. I feel like it's hard to speak on Drake in this light. So I feel like the people that say, hey, look, we want an album from Drake that he's talking about his son, he's talking about, you know, him wanting to be in love and everything like that. That is true, right? But is that going to move the numbers as well as this now? Is he going to give songs where people saying, well, damn, man, Drake's falling off, he's getting old? And Drake is the type of person that, as you see, you know, it's the joke is that he's from everywhere or whatever. He likes that. He likes that, you know, to be included, to make him feel young and all that type of stuff. So I don't know if it's his downfall or whatever, because it's working. It's like, I don't know what you can say. This album is on pace to do very well, but to me, it's a hard mix up, because I don't really care about hearing Drake's new like life or whatever, because he's presented himself as this thing, and so you want more of that thing. I think he understands that too.
For me, I'm gonna speak from an entertainment standpoint, but also like another example, like Rick Ross, right? For every artist, like, and I'm huge on the I don't need everything from everybody. Like
Right.
I'm huge on like the niche. Like that's why I like whoever I like. Rick
Mhm.
Ross makes me feel like I'm popping bottles. Like when I'm doing events that are high scale, I listen to Rick Ross in the shower. I listen to the Jay-Z's. Like I want to feel like that. You know what I'm saying? So if Rick Ross came to me doing all this, like when he did the song Wiggle, I hated that shit because I'm like, bro, I don't want no twerk music from Rick
From Rick
Ross.
Ross,
I
exactly.
need to be popping bottles with you. That's what you
Mhm.
establish yourself as. You can venture out and do other things, right? We all try new things. But when it comes down to the core of what you do on a regular basis, and now we're getting to the point where Drake is like really on another level. Like
Right.
there's been multiple albums that is like, okay, now we're really moving away from like the whole rappy rap stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So even for me as an entertainer, right? When we talk about leveling up, but also staying with your core audience.
Right.
A lot of folks know I got my come up in college. My peak was not in college, right? So what I do is now is I don't do everything I do doesn't have everything to do with college. But now I'm doing, you know what I'm saying, tours with artists and financial literacy panels. Like we're still tapping in with the HBCU stuff, but we also
Mhm.
got new things that we're doing. And the level at what we're doing with the core audience is different. So now when we're doing homecomings and 21 plus events and whatever, my folks that were with me, my core audience is like, okay, I can still attend these things and support you. But
Right.
had I not been able to do that, those folks fall off. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with
Exactly.
wrestling. We say that all the time. We be like, bro, what is all this new stuff? When I was growing up with wrestling, everybody was getting hit in the face. Everybody was bleeding out till they died. Like,
Right.
this is
Right.
what we want to see. The
Mhm.
ECW stuff. You know what I'm saying? So all this kiddie stuff is like with the theatrical matches. We don't want to see that. So now we have places like AEW and WWE that's really creating that, you know what I'm saying, balance of both for both demographics. So I feel like there's a balance in that. But I just think that the gimmicks, I don't know. I ain't here for the
Mhm.
gimmicks.
Now going back to what you just said, right? About how you're leveling up between going to college and these different events, right? If you had a group of people who liked you in college, now talking about, well, we just want you to do this, or we want you to be like, bro, I can do whatever I want. So it's like,
Yep.
as an artist, it is a little bit of like, hey, bro, and this is what artists, people who make content eventually have to come to. I'm gonna do what I do. You listen and you enjoy it. If you don't listen and enjoy it, do your own thing. And that has to be your idea when you do that type of stuff. Because otherwise you're gonna be trying to cater to too many people rather than what is coming out of your own mind.
Yes.
Side note, I had an amazing moment this past weekend. My little brother called me and asked me, "Do I like wrestling?" I said, "Cause he's young." I
Yeah.
said, "You got into wrestling? Oh man, I'm so excited, bro." Now, granted, he's in this new type of WWE that I know nothing about, but I'm excited I can guide his hand in this wrestling journey because he just got into it. So we can go back to the old stuff. I can learn some new stuff. I can take him, some wrestling matches. So definitely, that's something that's big on me because I dropped off once I found out wrestling was fake. Done for. It killed my childhood.
Nah, for real,
What
bro.
you got, bro?
Yeah, change it up. So, yo, in middle school, nah, probably like elementary school, bro, it was really, I don't want to say fuck Michelle Obama, bro, but we was mad at her
Oh,
for a minute,
thank
though.
you, CDK, for bringing this up. Thank
Yo,
you.
we was, bro. Now that I look back at it, we was
Mhm.
hot with Michelle Obama about the wheat cookies, the sugar free drinks,
Bro. Oh
the
how
venomous.
fast, oh how fast your love for the Obamas changed when this lady took out, bro. When I tell you earlier in my school career, we was eating Little Debbie's donuts, bro. They had the they had the vending machines with the real candy and stuff, bro. When she came through, shout out to Michelle Obama, wrecking shit, bro. She came through with, and that's the only thing that I've seen that is a visible change. Like that, it changed in like a year. Shout out to her, bro. Now, granted, do you think that helped? Do you think that helped a lot of fat kids become skinnier? Eating sun chips and the baked lays.
I started to go to like Sun Chips. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Probably so, bro, because it actually probably saved a lot of money from a lot of parents, bro. Because I know folks used to be stealing a couple of dollars every day to get the cookies and the because we had like dollar fries. Like we could get a couple fries and you fill it up for $1. That the sodas, like we really had that in schools. But like kids now, is this still a thing or did they change it back?
I mean, I would imagine that since the time that happened with us, it's probably just kept getting like that. You know what I'm saying? Just like getting healthier food options. Because literally, like they were literally feeding us complete shit.
Yeah, like wheat cookies, bro.
Bro, it was shout out, bro. I would never forgive Michelle Obama for doing that. Even though it's a great thing and it helped a lot of people, but bro, she took away the sting of lunchtime, bro. You don't want to go to lunch and get baked Lay's chips or Sun chips or the wheat hot fries or whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But maybe it helped. I don't know. I have no clue. That is crazy, man. I've always talked about that. I'm glad you brought it up. Okay. We can move into Better Days to Come.
Okay.
If you don't have anything else. All right. My Better Days to Come, which is, we end the episode on something positive. We try to make sure the episode is positive in general, but definitely want to leave y'all with something. What you consume is you. What you consume is you. And I'm not talking about straight food and stuff like that. I'm talking about just like your mental diet, everything. We as people, and we talked about this last weekend with doom scrolling, but you literally can get caught up not only as an effect of doom scrolling, but you can get caught up in it in your own like little mini-verse online. You know what I'm saying? Everything is feeding you what you like. And that can be positive or negative. That can be going deep into gossip, going deep into things that are negative, and that becomes you. You don't even see like that type of shit comes out of your damn pores now. Negativity and gossip and these things that are, I would say consider bad for you. So what you consume is you. So make sure that you're trying to spend time with yourself so that you can see what is it that I like? What is it that I want to do? You know what I'm saying? What is it that I value? So that those things can start coming out of my pores rather than the things that I consume.
Okay. Following up with that, one way to become successful is by having a slight bit of delusion, man. If you think that your dreams are obtainable, they're not big enough, man. You should think that you should think that the stuff you should be able to do, you shouldn't be able to think that you're actually doing it till it happens and be like, yo, like this is actually happening. Like right. You should be mind blown when the things that you really want to come to fruition is coming to you. So right. I also think that you should be slightly delusional when it comes to being successful, man. That means you're really punching that upper echelon. You're punching that ceiling to make sure that you're going through to the next level and you're thinking outside the box.
How delusional do you think that you have to be? Because look, you would now have to be extremely delusional. You. I mean, even us, the rooms that we've been in, the things we've been around, in order to maintain those things, you would have to be like, well, this is going to have to be $1 billion, billion dollar business that I'm going to have to be in or a part of or founding or something in order for me to sustain what I'm doing right now. So what type of delusion do you think that, and what's the balance of that, of that and reality, you would say?
The reality needs to be the work that you put in. Mm-hmm. Whatever work you put in, if you put in an unlimited amount of work and your work ethic is crazy, then you should be just as crazy. Right. So the delusion needs to stop where your work ethic stops. So if your work ethic is shit, then you shouldn't be delusional about nothing because you know what I'm saying, you need to be realistic. You need to be a little bit more realistic. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think that there should be definitely a balance with that. 50-50.
That's great, bro. Your delusion should end where your work ethic or like where the realistic part of you that's working ends. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely true because there are people that are homeless that are delusional and that have, you know what I'm saying, like that are, not in the best circumstances. Great, man. Great episode, guys. Also, too, I want to end this on too. And we talked about this earlier. Fuck with the people that fuck with you. We had a good we have a good listenership, and we want to definitely make sure that we're serving y'all. And how we give that to y'all is to make sure that we're giving y'all the best episode. So definitely share this with your people. If you enjoyed this episode, follow us individually. Follow the pod. Follow me at Horatio Radio, and you can follow the pod at CDK and Horatio.
Follow me at CDK on the mic on all social media platforms. We will holler at you again next week. Make sure you download, share it again.
Definitely. Y'all have a good week.